So, how does a small business turn a simple social media like into a customer who actually comes back again and again? It's kind of the million-dollar question in the digital world, isn't it? In this explainer, we're going to break down some really fascinating new research that basically cracks the code on how to build real, lasting loyalty using social media. But first, just think about your own habits for a second. You pop open a food delivery app, Go Food, Grab Food, whatever you use, and you're just staring at this endless list of places to eat. What is it that makes you stop scrolling and just reorder from that same place you got last week? Is it the price, the flashy photos, or is there something deeper going on? That's the exact puzzle this study wanted to solve. And to find that answer, we first have to understand the battlefield. The researchers actually have a great name for it: the digital food fight. For all the small and medium-sized food businesses out there, these online platforms are a massive opportunity for sure. But they're also an incredibly intense arena. I mean, the competition is just fierce. Getting a customer to place that first order is hard enough, but getting them to place a second one, that right there is the real game changer for survival and growth. So, how do you do it? The obvious answer seems to be, well, just have better social media. More posts, slicker videos, those perfect drool-worthy food photos. But what this research suggests is that's really just scratching the surface. And this is such a critical distinction. Over on the left, you've got the goals most businesses are chasing: likes, shares, visibility, the vanity metrics. But the research points to something way more powerful on the right. The high-impact goals aren't just about being seen. They're about being felt. It's a huge shift in thinking, from just getting views to actually building interaction, from chasing shares to fostering a real community, and from grabbing attention to earning genuine trust. So if it's not all about the likes, then what's the secret ingredient? The study really zeroes in on one core concept that changes absolutely everything. They call it the brand resonance factor. And here it is, brand resonance value, or BRV for short. It sounds a little academic, but what it really means is the emotional closeness, that psychological connection a customer feels with a brand. This isn't about just a transaction, it's about a relationship. It's that feeling you get when a brand just gets you, when it feels less like a company and more like a community that you're a part of. So the big question is, how do you build this? Well, the study breaks it down into these three key things. Emotional bonding. That's when a brand actually responds to your comment with a real personality, not just some canned reply. A sense of togetherness? That's when they feature customer photos, making you feel like you're in an exclusive club. And active involvement is when they ask for your opinion, like, hey, help us name our new sandwich. It's a difference between just watching a movie and feeling like you're actually part of the cast. Okay, this all sounds really nice in theory, right? But does it actually drive sales? Well, let's take a look at the data. So to put this all to the test, researchers went out and surveyed 230 people in Makassar, Indonesia, all of whom are regular online food delivery customers. They used a statistical model to basically connect the dots between a company's social media, how connected customers felt to the brand, and whether they planned to order again. And this right here is the headline finding. That number, 0.406, shows just how strong the relationship is between that brand resonance value, that feeling, and a customer's intention to buy again. In the entire study, this was the single most powerful connection they found. The takeaway couldn't be clearer. Emotion is a massive driver of loyalty. So the study basically lays out this simple but super powerful three-step journey. It all starts with effective social media, the kind that builds a real community. That interaction then builds brand resonance value, the emotional connection, and it's that connection that ultimately makes a customer hit order again. This table really gives us the full picture. So, the analysis confirmed that yes, social media marketing directly helps get repeat sales. Check. It also confirmed that social media is great at building that emotional brand resonance. Double check. But the most powerful finding, the one that's strongly supported, it's that brand resonance is a huge, huge driver of repurchase intention. Social media works, but it works best when it builds that real emotional bond first. So, after digging through all the data, what's the big takeaway here? What does this all mean for anyone, whether you're a small business owner or a big brand, trying to build a loyal following in this super crowded digital world? I think the researchers themselves say it best right here. The goal of your social media shouldn't be just to capture consumer attention.
Because let's be honest, attention is cheap and it disappears in a second. The real goal is to foster deep emotional bonds. That's a fundamental shift in strategy. It's about moving from chasing clicks to creating genuine connections. Because that connection is what gives customers a real reason to come back.
And that really leads us to the final thought I want to leave you with. What's one small thing a brand could do tomorrow that would make you feel a real connection? Not just something to make you click, but something to make you feel like you're actually part of their community. Because according to this research, that feeling, well, that's the real secret to loyalty.